Did Keir Starmer's most powerful aide just get caught in a political scandal that could shake Downing Street? Morgan McSweeney, the Prime Minister's chief of staff, is now at the center of explosive claims that he tried to mislead Britain's elections watchdog. At the heart of the storm, hundreds of thousands of pounds in undeclared donations, a leaked email, and Tory demands for an inquiry that could drag Labour's inner circle into the spotlight. The storm broke when the Conservatives released a leaked email. An email that directly ties Morgan McSweeney to one of Labour's darkest funding controversies. Written by Labour lawyer Gerald Shamash, the message warned McSweeney to drop his line that he'd been told the donations didn't need to be declared. Shamash was blunt. There was no easy way to explain how nearly £750,000 in donations had gone undeclared. Instead, he suggested the only option was to blame it all on administrative error. For the Tories, this wasn't just sloppy bookkeeping. It looked like a calculated attempt to mislead the Electoral Commission. Labour Together, the think tank McSweeney once ran, now finds itself dragged back into the headlines. In 2021, the Electoral Commission fined the organization more than £14,000 after discovering it had failed to properly declare almost £740,000 in donations. But what makes the story sting is how the truth came out. It wasn't during McSweeney's tenure. Only after he left did his successor, Hannah O'Rourke, uncover 3 years' worth of undeclared money and scramble to file late declarations. To critics, this raises the question, was the watchdog deliberately kept in the dark until McSweeney was gone? To understand why this scandal matters, you need to know who Morgan McSweeney really is. He isn't just another advisor. He's the architect of Labour's 2024 landslide, the strategist who shaped Keir Starmer's rise from opposition leader to prime minister. Before that, he ran Labour Together, the very think tank now under fire for mishandling donations. When he left in April 2020 to join Starmer's team, his influence only grew, eventually elevating him to the role of chief of staff inside Downing Street. That makes the allegations more than a paperwork issue. They cut straight to the man at the core of Starmer's power machine. Sensing weakness, the Conservatives have gone on the offensive. Party chair Kevin Hollinrake took the extraordinary step of publishing the leaked legal advice, declaring it proof that McSweeney may have misled the authorities. In his words, this wasn't just a clerical slip. It was about hundreds of thousands of pounds, used to secure Starmer's leadership. The Tories are now demanding a full inquiry, framing the scandal as evidence of corruption at the very heart of Labour's rise to power. For them, the timing couldn't be better, a chance to brand Starmer's government as tainted before it even finds its footing. Labour has wasted no time trying to shut down the uproar. Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy brushed off the claims as nothing more than muckraking. Labour Together, for its part, insists it proactively raised concerns with the Electoral Commission back in 2020 and fully cooperated with the investigation that followed. The watchdog itself confirmed the case was closed in 2021, with fines already issued and sanctions applied. To Labour, this is old news being reheated by desperate opponents. But with leaked emails now circulating, the defense risks sounding like damage control rather than closure. But the real danger for Starmer may not come from the opposition benches. It could come from inside his own party. Behind closed doors, Labour MPs are already grumbling about poor poll ratings and a government that seems to be losing momentum. McSweeney has become a lightning rod for frustration. His judgment is being questioned, not just over donations, but over controversial advice, like urging Starmer to back Peter Mandelson for the U.S. ambassador post, despite Mandelson's past links to Jeffrey Epstein. For restless Labour backbenchers, this scandal is yet another reason to wonder whether McSweeney is an asset or a liability. And then there's the question that overshadows everything. Where does this leave Keir Starmer himself? Downing Street has refused to comment on McSweeney's past at Labour Together, but the Prime Minister's spokesperson insists Starmer has full confidence in his chief of staff. Yet confidence can be a fragile currency in politics. Every fresh headline drags Starmer's promises of integrity and transparency into doubt. Can he really keep defending the aide at the center of so many controversies? Or will loyalty to McSweeney come at the cost of Labour's credibility in government? For now, the scandal circles around leaked emails, old fines, and unanswered questions. But the bigger issue isn't just about Morgan McSweeney. It's about the image of a government that promised to clean up politics. If Starmer's own chief of staff is seen as bending the rules, how long before that trust begins to unravel? One thing is certain. This won't be the last time McSweeney's name dominates the headlines. Let us know what you think in the comments.